scared right now.
Wait, hold on. There's still time.
Come on.
We still got 50 seconds.
Welcome into the CHGO Bears postgame.
Come on.
Don't celebrate
Don't
prematurely.
celebrate prematurely.
All right, Carm just guaranteed the Colts comeback with that move.
Shut up. Okay, fine. I'll take it out.
All right, well, we are live. Welcome in. What you just witnessed was a live reaction to the Texans going for 2 to take the lead on the Colts, which, if that score holds, gives the Bears the #1 overall pick in the NFL draft. We are presented by DraftKings. Use code CHGO when you sign up. And we love DraftKings right now. Everybody here loves the Texans. Lovie coming through. What a miracle that was, by the way. Like basically a Hail Mary on 4th and 20. Then Lovie goes for 2. They get it. I didn't see the play. You guys saw the play.
Lovie's the greatest coach ever.
They had trips out right. They kind of ran, a little crossing pattern. He's open in the end zone. Davis Mills, you the man, baby.
That seriously is the greatest win in Bears history since 1985.
There's
still
3 seconds left.
No, there's 50 seconds. Chill out, Carm.
There's 50 seconds
50
left.
seconds? I thought there was no
And it's the Houston Texans. You should know better.
It's a terrible feeling. This is a terrible. We got to get it out of there. I got to get it out
How
of there.
about this during the game?
Carmen, it took you 5 seconds to piss off everyone in the comments by prematurely celebrating.
Well, I was listening to Brad.
But how about Braggs during the whole Bears game while he's got this on an iPad? He's
just
like,
yelling.
his blood pressure is right. What the heck? Brick juice.
I don't think you watched 3 plays of the Bears game.
Honestly, Braggs was the MVP today. The guy had the right focus all day long. I've never seen anybody more intense on Week 18. That was amazing.
Trying to tweet.
1st and 10 right now.
Okay, Braggs.
Sack him.
The
Dropped
incomplete pass, 2nd down now.
I don't think we can focus right now. I can't focus right now.
All right.
When can you focus?
Yeah, said he just had 1st and 10. They threw an incomplete pass. Now it's 2nd and 10.
We will describe. That's a questionable name to put
We
up
got
on
46,
the screen there.
46 seconds left.
Didn't even pay attention to that part.
They got the kicker warming up.
Well, we got
They're on the 25-yard line.
20.
Another incomplete. 3rd down now.
Let's go.
They're on their own 25.
Let's go. Lovie D. Never a doubt. Never a doubt.
3rd and 10.
3rd and 10. I'm going to stop
Dial it
talking.
up, baby.
Come on,
Pin
Lovie.
those ears back.
This is so exciting.
How about the fact that Braggs literally was I love you. You've been
I love
fantastic,
you.
like I just said. But you were literally terrified that the Bears were going to win all day, which was that was the most guaranteed, relaxing loss of all time. There
was no chance
at any point.
Honestly, in the last 2 weeks, that they had any chance. Maybe when they were up 7-0 against the Lions.
They just got a 1st down.
Oh no.
34 seconds left.
Where are they at?
Where are they at, midfield?
They have 2 timeouts.
No, they're not midfield
They
yet.
just used one of them.
They're at like their own 35.
40,
Oh,
yeah.
God.
So.
I literally thought we were down to like 10 seconds. No, this is nerve-wracking.
This is
This
so
is why
I really wasn't paying attention to the game like this until we had that catch on the red zone. Bragg's like, this is crap. I was like, look at that catch. Bragg's like, what?
Well, yeah, it took like a miracle.
So now they're at midfield. We
Okay,
can
Oh, so we got TVs now. Okay, relax. Everybody relax. I'm talking to myself.
All right.
6 seconds. 6 seconds.
So there's
6 seconds
6
left.
seconds.
I'll set this up. There's 6 seconds left on the clock. The Texans are the Colts are in midfield, down 1.
Last
they just
play.
need
How
to
many
get a field goal.
timeouts?
They don't have any timeouts left, right?
Nope.
No timeouts.
It's got to be a
They have
hell.
1 timeout
They
left.
have 1 timeout, and it's under review to see if he was tackled inbounds, I believe.
Yeah.
So, this is a Hail Mary, right? You're not trying to eke out a
The
pass to 35.
The percentages right now are in favor of the Texans, right? Right now.
Strongly. But
Just
that
because of the
doesn't.
time.
Yeah, they are reviewing whether or not he was tackled inbounds.
Inbounds. He's in.
It's close.
Which
Because
just
if
means
he's
they gotta
inbounds,
burn
they
their
got to
last
use the
timeout.
timeout.
So which is
We'll
even
still get
better for the Texans.
Oh, that's all right. All right, so the Bears lost 29-13. Weirdest game of all time. They're rotating quarterbacks, left guards. Flus is hot at halftime, over 12 men on the field.
That was the highlight of the game. The Flus begging for that 3 points to get taken off, and then the sprint off, like the full hits principle, get into that locker room to motivate the troops.
About 15 yards into it, he's like, you got to do a little more cardio there, Flus.
Yeah, where's the Stairmaster, Flus?
Exactly.
But, oh, boy.
I know. It's
No, we're good.
It's hard to focus with this game, with everything on the line right here for the number one.
We're fine.
I just can't even while we soak in this moment. How are the Bears in this position? Did any of us before the season start?
Honestly, like I was just saying.
And they did so while the quarterback improved.
Yep.
Best year ever.
They lost 10 games in a row. That's the final total, right? 10-game losing streak? I mean, when we sat here the night they beat the Patriots, who in the world would have thought they were going to lose 10 games in a row?
I said they were going to win 5 in a row.
Yeah. You did say that. You were going down.
Look at the schedule. Come on, these are all winning.
Wait, they turned it off. Okay, now
It's red zone, Braggs. By the way, this is the Greg Braggs we've been dealing with all day. He just like
they had to use their
crazy.
timeout. They had to use their
8
timeout.
seconds, no timeouts. They're gonna go
Shy
for
of midfield.
Get a
quick-
sack.
Get the ball.
Incomplete.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Hail
So
Mary, you
Hail
gotta get
Mary
Hail
or
Mary.
bust.
Can't even throw a Hail Mary.
The Chicago Bears.
The Bears.
Oh my
the Bears
God.
are 2 seconds away from having the number one overall pick.
Relax.
It's all right,
please,
Braggs. Jeez. This guy's blood pressure's through the roof right
He's
now.
been yelling at either a TV or an iPad the
Dude, this
entire
is
day.
amazing. This is just incredible.
Oh my God.
Golly.
And Will DeWitt's there. I can't wait to bring him on.
Oh my God.
He's witnessing like the greatest game we've seen all year.
Shout out to Will, man. He's out there with the sign and everything, man.
The Texans were winning all game, then losing, then needed a 4th down
Last
completion
play right
plus
here.
a 2-point, and game. Here comes the Hail Mary, which is going to land. Oh God!
Yes,
that's
game
it.
over.
There it is.
Number one, baby. Woo!
Let's go!
Okay, I don't need to do
Number 1, baby!
All right.
Let's go!
All right.
Best.
Let's go! Where's my hat?
Best year in Bears history. Seriously.
This doesn't make noise.
Oh, did we get?
Hey, when else do you celebrate a 3-win
Oh
team,
my
baby?
Close
God.
enough.
Got the number one pick. Let's go.
What an amazing day.
Number 1 pick, all the money, Justin Fields. And George McCaskey just told us every day that, hey, we're winning the Super Bowl in 2023. All right, George.
And Hoge's his favorite.
Yeah. Yes. I mean, that was the headline. I wanted this to make noise. Damn it.
Braggs.
Oh my God.
Bragg.
I am so happy right now. This is the greatest tank job in NFL history because the Bears competed all year. They didn't try to lose until the final 2 games. That's how it's done. And we get rewarded with our hard work and efforts here at CHGO and the Chicago Bears with the number 1 pick in the NFL draft. Huge equity going into this offseason where we can say to the highest bidder, you can have that number 1 pick. The Colts, you just did this for us and lost the game. Great tank job. You, my friends, can trade up to the number 1 pick if you give us a haul of draft picks in return.
Braggs is like the Snickers commercial, right? He got his fix, and now he's feeling good. Before that,
I feel
oh,
great.
what the heck? This is terrible.
I'm so excited. This is like
Seriously, Ryan Poles, shout out. Al-Qadim Muhammad, phenomenal signing. Nicholas Morrow, phenomenal signing. This was the greatest. This was such an amazing job. Riley Reef, Michael Schofield, you did it, Poles. You got solid character, good dudes that built the foundational core, and none of them could really play. Way to go. Poles MVP. And now just go do it, buddy. This is your opportunity.
It just makes the season that much better, right? Yeah, only 3 wins, and yeah, there was a lot of positive. You talk about Justin Fields, but having the number 1 pick just gives you so much more flexibility with the draft, being able to trade back, have options. That's the best case scenario for the Bears right now.
I said it. It's by far the biggest thing I was wrong about in the year 2022. I said it all summer that there was no way Fields could develop and the Bears have a top 5 pick at the same time. I just thought they would win more if that happened.
correct.
No.
You don't go on 10-game losing streaks in the NFL when your quarterback is playing well.
And
And they Not only did that all play out, they got the number 1 pick.
And the
I don't even
irony of it
understand how it's
is,
possible.
the 2 games they won at the beginning of the year was when they were playing their worst. They lost all those games when you could argue they were playing their best and scoring 30 points a week. Miami,
Philly,
the Lions.
Philly, they played
I mean, when Justin Fields goes on that run of, dropping 30 a game, we lost all those games, and we could have easily won half of them. Easily. And they did not. It hurt at the time. But now we are rewarded. The number 1 pick for the first time since 1947, where we drafted an insurance agent.
Hold on.
Jake from State Farm?
Jake from State Farm.
Games they could have won. Giants, 1-score game. Vikings, 1-score game. Commanders, 1-score game. Dolphins, 1-score game. How many have I named? I don't even know. Lions, 1-score game. Falcons, 1-score game. The Packer game wasn't a 1-score game, but the Bears had the lead in the second half and coulda, shoulda, woulda. The Eagles was a 1-score game, didn't even feel like it, but literally could have won any of those games, just one of them, and we wouldn't be sitting there. But they won none of them. Amazing! It's an amazing job. Way to go!
It is.
It's crazy. Well, super chat from Dan Evans, $20. Thanks for a great season, CHGO. Thank you guys. 3-14. And yet this was actually a really fun, entertaining season.
Positive season, right? Because of the quarterback. He made things very interesting.
I don't know. It's because I'm sitting on this show and having so much fun with you guys or whatever. But this feels like the best season in Bears history. This is amazing.
Can you move that balloon right behind your table?
You want behind the table?
Just because I can't see Woot.
Yeah.
That's the only reason.
Yeah. Okay.
It's a great balloon, though.
I was going to pop that balloon.
Well, you can pop the
Now
number
we're going to
2.
hug it and embrace it.
Look at him. He was a nightmare the whole game, man. And now, look how happy he is.
I'm so excited.
You were like a toddler throwing a
I'm
tantrum.
tweeting like crazy.
He was causing me anxiety.
I know. I'm like,
these fools are like, when the Bears are doing good plays, they're cheering. I'm like, understand the day.
They're not good.
We should have had a tutorial of how to correctly root for the day. Like, even at the end when it was close 10 points, like, come on.
Where does this win?
Focus.
Where does this win for the Texans rank on Lovie Smith's greatest Chicago Bears victories?
Yeah, the NFC,
NFC Championship game, and right there,
Yeah.
right?
It is.
And then this one. This is huge.
Yeah, man. Maybe Lovie will come back. Be coordinator, maybe. If he gets fired, I would like that.
Hire him as the DC.
Right?
Come on,
Tampa
Flores.
2.
Yeah.
Get these weapons in the offseason. Woohoo. Bring Marinelli out of retirement for 2 good years. Oh, I like it. Come on, baby.
Seriously, what is Ryan Poles doing right now?
I would have loved to see them watch. Dylan says build the Lovie statue. John, bet made 4 months ago for Bears to worse. Just won $500. Had a heart attack listening to the end of the game.
You and Braggs.
That's good.
Brothers over there.
That's good. Oh, man, the Dolphins got in the playoffs, huh?
That was scary, right? Like how their season turned sideways for a little bit.
Well, we'll save some of that for later. But Derek says Lovie is the GOAT. Gotta send a super chat money to him.
They might owe Lovie the DC job for this.
If Illinois is still paying Lovie, so
well, it's not. But
I think Lovie's doing okay.
Yeah, I mean, he's made a good amount of money. I just want him to come back because he's a beast with the Tampa too. That'd be nice as a D coordinator. I don't think it will happen, but wishful thinking sometimes.
What do you think's going on in the Bears locker room right now? Hey guys, Texans won. We've got the number 1 pick. Do they even tell them, or is it just like?
I think you probably when they're getting interviewed, they're telling them, "Hey, the Texans just lost. You guys got the. What do you guys feel about that?" And most players are like, "I don't really care. Like,
right.
You're basically drafting somebody to replace me."
Right.
At that point,
I'm not going to be here. Maybe I'm here. Fields has got to be looking around, being like,
"Let's go.
Thanks, guys. N'Keal Harry, I appreciate you."
Yeah. He's like, "What weapons you gonna get from me this upcoming year?"
Dante Pettis, you're my guy. Valus, you're probably actually still going to be here.
What a hell of a number 4 or 5 wide receiver he's going to be next year.
Well, that's. I mean, this is all Ryan Poles' game right now. How aggressive are you going to be? What are you going to do with the pick? You have literally every option, every which way.
Yeah.
You're evaluating quarterbacks. You're evaluating offensive linemen.
No quarterbacks.
You are
just throw that in the trash. Just throw it in the trash.
He's got to evaluate them though. He has to. He's got to act like he's got to act like he's interested to get the most for the pick. That's like he has.
No, he doesn't.
He
it
doesn't?
has nothing to do with our interest in quarterback. It has everything to do with the interest of the rest of the league in these quarterbacks, and he has to start going around and saying, "Hey, the Lions are offering me quite a bit. Panthers, you better make sure you up your ante."
But let me give you an actual reason why he does need to evaluate the quarterbacks, and the Bears better have good scouting reports on all these quarterbacks.
The Lions could draft one.
Because if the Lions want to trade up for one of them,
that's another reason.
If your grades on Bryce Young are he's going to be the next Patrick Mahomes, and even in that scenario, you're okay not drafting him. You better make sure that guy doesn't end up in your division.
Right.
Right?
Well, and you also have a great opportunity. You're like, I'm comfortable. Trading with the Pittsburgh Steelers for Chase Claypool wasn't comfortable. Trading with the Houston Texans, if they want to move back up to that number 1 spot, let's go. You want to move back up? Let's do Trubisky part 2, and we'll take the number 2 and take our 3 tech and take your other first round draft pick, and let's get another one from you next year or a third, whatever deal they can make. That would be ideal scenario.
And you want to get nuts?
Yeah, go
Trade
ahead.
back. Let's get nuts.
Whoa.
Trade the 2.
You'd go from 1, trade back to 2. You go from 2, trade back to 4. And now you've ensured that 2 of those picks are quarterbacks. Very well could be 3, and then at the 4th pick, you will have
one of those defensive guys. That's why
it's a dream scenario.
That's why today mattered so much.
And we just had a dream scenario today. Yeah. So don't tell me dreams aren't possible, Bears fans.
Rise and shine. GM, dreams are possible.
Brick by brick. We just got some golden bricks today.
Oh. Those are the good ones. Those are in the nice subdivisions, right?
Nice ones. Yeah. The gold bricks.
I don't know what that means, but okay.
But I'm getting texts from my friends like, I don't want Eberflus to have a first pick. Why not?
Block those friends and never speak to them again.
I might have to block. That could be a blockage.
Why does he not want Eberflus to have the first pick?
I heard some. Carmi V was on here saying like the people won't overpay for the first pick. I'd rather have the 2.
That's false.
Which is we quibbled about that one. Listen, this is the greatest.
Greatest scenario.
I mean, you from a GM standpoint, from a guy who's in his late 30s with an opportunity. Hey man, we didn't give you like the best quarterback in the NFL, but we gave you a really good one, and we're giving you a full stock of cash, and we're going to give you all the and we're going to give you the number 1 pick. Wow.
Yeah. That's why this offseason is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I mean,
it's probably going to be the most interesting offseason I think we've seen in a while.
Super chat here from Sungray Kim. Can you move the video? I just can't see it. There it is. Poles falling in love with Bryce or Stroud or Levis, not out of the question.
It's
people don't want to have that conversation, but if he's doing his job properly, he needs to consider all options.
I have a friend that works for the Colts who will remain nameless who just texted me, "You're welcome." Shout out to that person. Thank you.
We're going to check in with Will DeWitt, who's at the game, by the way.
What was your friend number 25 who just had the ball go right through his hands on that Hail Mary?
I mean, seriously, the Colts and Texans were fighting over who could be the dumber franchise there at the end, and the Texans won convincingly. Congratulations to you. Hey,
if Lovie gets fired tomorrow morning, good for Lovie. Good for Lovie getting that win.
He stuck it to
But can there be a Bears beat reporter to write about how the Texans learned to win at the end of the year? I kid because I'm happy.
How about speaking of that?
It's weird how I just like weirdly just tuned him out and have no idea what he just said.
I'm so happy right now.
How about the Fields get up on the sideline today?
Like one of those people that go to ski resorts, but they're not the skiing or
snowboarding.
All
right, stop the presses. The Duke is in the house.
Oh,
Jesus.
Duke
This
is
man.
excited.
Oh, wow.
Now that the
Let's
offseason's
go.
over, can the Duke take us to his island?
You might need to take that one right now. Let's see what he says.
All right. So the Duke with a massive super chat, which we're getting. It's so big we have to crop. There it is. We had to do some extra cropping. This is a 390.
Lawrence, remember I told you it could be close with one. It's very close to that number we talked about.
$399 super chat.
We're gonna do a couple shots.
I feel nervous.
Oh, my God.
Let the best offseason in
do it.
Bears.
This
Let
is
me
where
read
this
it,
all-
guys. It's a $400 super chat. I think I should read it. Let the best offseason in Bears history begin. Perfect ending to a tank season on a serious note with the Hamlin situation. His situation was rare, but community cardiac arrests are not. Everyone should get CPR certified. It's easy, and you can save a life. Can't wait for all the CHGO coverage. I'll be glued to my phone.
Well said.
Let's go, the Duke.
Well said,
The
Duke.
We love you, Duke.
A round of applause for the Duke. He's been here all season.
Duke statue at New Stadium, which, by the way, thank you for the unbelievable new idea at Soldier Field, moving around today all over the social media, which Bragg sent to me, and now it's like literally everywhere. The new Soldier Field. I think looks sweet. Did you see it?
What are you talking about?
Oh, you got to get on Twitter.
They put out a
I've been on Twitter all day.
little shimmer reel of what it could
they've
be
got a-
like.
Who
if-
did?
I told you, real.
Somebody did. The
Some
Bears.
random person
No.
or the mayor's office?
Bragg's friend.
Yeah, like
Mark's
you
the
got-
one taking us on this tangent.
No, he
Don't
did it
yell
on-
at
he
me.
did it-
Look how we get blamed for Mark's
Minecraft.
nonsense.
No,
Hold on. I'm not
saying-
sure who put it out. Hold on. I'll find out who put it out.
Well, it's kind of
But
important who put it out. Is this a real idea or is
it's
this
a real idea.
Because even the mayor's
Well, while
ideas
he's
aren't
figuring-
really real.
It's voiced by Bill Curtis.
Pour
It's
some of those
real.
out. We'll pass
Is it
around.
really
Why don't you
voiced
go
by
on?
Bill Curtis?
It's voiced by Bill Curtis.
Well, while Mark's figuring out where it came from,
Beer sizzle.
Lord. Oh.
we're finishing the season where we started. Me and Nick Moreano took a shot of Malort when Justin Fields had a good day in preseason on a post-game show once upon a time. And now today, Casey has handed me the bottle of Malort, which I despise. Honestly, it's the worst. You know, all due respect to the Malort company, but it's the worst alcohol on the God's green earth. And I now
city of
have
Chicago.
shot glasses. Adam's leaving. He says, I'm out. He's had enough of our nonsense. I mean, am I pouring shots for everyone here?
I'll do it.
I mean,
I'll
we
do
have-
one. You know,
Is there anything
Hey.
else in this building
hey,
other than that?
Braggs, you know,
Adam's going for other booze, and I don't blame him, honestly.
yeah, he's looking for something
He's
else.
looking for something. I mean,
He got that. He got that
I mean, if you're going to be a
1942
team
over there.
player, Adam, you can't hide from the Malort.
Hey, if
I
you
don't
have
like
brick
it
juice,
either.
if you have brick juice, you can handle that for sure.
I
You
don't
know what I
like it either, Adam. But hey, what a beautiful day, Bears fans. I'm gonna start pouring shots right now.
Oh, he's going for the pop off
We're-
vodka.
Pop
Oh,
off. I'm gonna push this out of the way so I don't spill.
Oh,
you got something different, Hoge?
Are we doing whiskey or Malort? I'll do the whiskey.
Yeah, let's do the whiskey because
oh,
do you want
thank
the Malort,
God.
Lawrence?
So much.
Lawrence looks like he
Yes.
likes.
Oh, thank you.
Bring it over here, big guy.
I have no idea why Malort became like a CHGO thing.
It shouldn't be. And this
But
is the
Elijah
day.
Craig,
Yeah, I
small
ain't
batch,
doing that.
1789, Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey.
We got the
baby.
number one
Bourbon?
pick. We're not drinking Malort. Let's go.
What a beautiful thing.
We need 1942.
I thought we were celebrating.
We are
or King Louis the
celebrating.
13th.
If the Bears won
Mario,
today and got the
you
number
doing a
4
shot?
pick, then we.
Mario's
Hey,
doing a shot.
everybody
Casey's
that's
doing a shot.
everybody that's tuning in,
And-
that
and-
drink,
and for-
hey, let's toast up. Let's take a shot. If you guys drink in the chats, let's all get a shot together. You know what I mean?
I like it. It is a
CHGO,
day to
baby.
the Bears.
The number one
I-
pick.
Yeah, let's get it.
I'm honestly shaking. I'm so excited.
All right, pass these around.
This is Braggs' day.
This is the greatest.
Let's go
day
ahead of
ever.
content.
Look at him.
You're up first, baby.
Come on, bartender, let's go. What kind of shot is it?
I don't want to spill. Okay.
That's okay.
He said, "What kind of shit?"
Can we get a full shot? God.
For those in the audio world, we're Mario's here. Let's go Hawks. We're for their number one pick coming up. Damn it, let's go.
Yeah, kind of regard
Yeah.
to the Blackhawks.
Here we go. We're going to the next level.
Lawrence?
Oh wow!
All right. Does everybody?
Casey's
Everybody's got.
throwing stuff.
Have one?
You gonna do one?
Casey, you coming in? No.
What? No.
Hold on.
Can I get a full shot, please?
I apologize to the podcast listeners.
Podcast listeners,
is
we
not
love you.
translated well.
We love you so much. We're all cheering up to first season of shows and the Bears to the future.
Cheers.
I feel like we're in
Offseason.
Seabiscuit to the off season.
I can't believe someone.
Congratulations.
Get out of here.
Salute.
Salute, baby.
That's
Brick
real
by
stuff.
brick.
Delicious.
A lot better than the Malort. I'll tell you that. We'd all be like, ugh.
Yeah,
I got an idea. Let's have 4 people on a live show do something that won't allow them to talk for 10 minutes.
I mean, it's special.
There's no logic there.
I think everybody understands.
Yeah.
I think just it's something to celebrate and it's worth the wait.
Yeah.
You know, I
Oh,
mean,
happy
everybody's so happy.
day.
Now, do we have Will? There's a hat on your head.
It's not easy when you're in a stadium.
Lawrence was trying to put his headphones on over his party hat, which was
hurting
not
my
good
head now.
podcast
I know, I couldn't do it.
material. But
What a
Excellent.
beautiful day of celebration. I love each and every one of
Look
you.
at him. He's so happy right now.
And this,
Oh, my God. He was Joe Pesci in the Snickers commercial.
literally
He
doesn't
really
hear
was.
a word that anyone else is saying.
No, he's just doing his own show right now.
He's just used to. He's doing a Twitter space right now.
Hey, Lawrence, should we just get off the set and this is his show? This is the Greg
could.
Bragg's
I
Brick
could.
by Brick show.
I could lecture all of you about what it takes to build a house. You build the foundation. That's what we did today. We built the foundation. Now we start laying the bricks. And not every brick has to be perfect, Mark. Not every brick. It's
Right.
not about that. It's about building the wall. And once we build that wall, it's going to be magnanimous.
Wait, which wall are you talking about?
Magnanimous. We are building it. We are building a Super Bowl wall. It's going to be
Okay.
beautiful.
Okay.
Number 1 pick, lots of cap space.
Talk about building walls now.
Yeah, right?
Being a bricklayer takes patience and perseverance and humility.
Brick juice.
I'm
Brick
so
juice.
excited.
And lots of brick juice.
I can't wait. I can't wait for his video in the morning tomorrow. Oh, boy.
Oh, man.
Raz and
Oh,
Shad,
the
number
rise
one
and
pick.
shine.
It's
It
number
won't
one
be a
pick
beard.
time.
It won't be a beard fan tomorrow. Although I am a big fan of the beard, Lovie Smith's. But man, that rise and shine video tomorrow, it's going to be glorious.
So this is. Can we? Yeah, let's try him. Will was at the game in Indy. I think you probably know that, but if you're just joining us, Will DeWitt was down there. He had a great sign.
He did this.
He took. What did Will do?
He
in
stormed
there
the
it
fi-
is.
He stormed the field. He was ready to go.
There he
Look at
is.
him.
Will DeWitt.
You guys said I did this? Sure.
Yeah.
Not. I did it. Let's go, Bears.
Is he hammered?
Yo, you had a couple of them tall boys, didn't you? Big Will.
Yeah, Will. Yeah.
Guys in the chat, give it up to Will.
Let's go.
He has them tall boys. He has some of that Malort,
Get
baby.
some, Will!
Let's go. I'm getting kicked out of the stadium. Wait, where's my
You just said
This is an all-time
I'm taking
moment.
it home.
Yo, you
No,
gotta
I-
clip this and
I,
put this on
I
the
spent $80 on.
Yo!
I'm taking it home. Wait,
Where's
hey,
Lovie?
wait. Can you hold my phone?
Yo, Kevin, you gotta clip this.
I will go
Oh,
out right
shoot.
away. I don't care. Let's go.
Yes.
You do it. You do
This
it.
is a
Turn around. Let's go.
Security
Let's go,
people.
Bear. Come on. I don't care.
he doesn't care.
I don't care.
Oh my God, the cameras.
Hey,
All right, I think we.
appreciate it.
Okay.
Hey,
Well, wait.
All right, he's
They
back.
kicked me
He's
out,
back.
But I don't care.
Bring him back. Final
I
thoughts.
don't care. They kicked me out. But hey, final thought. Let's go Bears, baby. Number 1 overall pick. First time since 1947. Let's go.
hey, yo,
I
Will,
don't care.
Will, have another one for the Bears,
What?
baby. Hey,
Okay, Corey.
let's
Okay,
go.
Corey. I've been saying this for 10 plus years. If Corey says, hey,
This
have
is
another one for the Bears,
Will, you're the man.
Will, you're the man.
MVP.
Have fun.
MVP. MVP. MVP.
they're kicking
All
me
right.
out. They're kicking me out of Lucas Oil. Let's go.
Let's go.
Will.
Will was.
I'm gonna choose to believe he was doing a bit there.
No, that's
No,
Will.
that's he's allowed. He's on a fan
Yo.
fan expedition.
I think everybody in the chat could agree. We've had some great shows on this, but those clips by Will, that commentary, Big Willie style. He's like that dude at a college party, man.
Mark K just put Will DeWitt.
Yeah, I like that.
That's it. That's the caption.
Yo, real quick, who is with Will down there? Is he solo? Solo though?
I think that no, he bought 2
DeWitt.
tickets. I don't think he bought them just for himself and have an open seat. So I think they just need to chill out in the parking lot for about 5 hours. And then,
No, but that is awesome. I didn't know he went hard in the paint like Waka Flocka Flame.
He started to sound a little Rick James-ish.
At first I thought he was joking because he was just so excited.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yo, my man had them tall boys. The tall boys.
He's like, I don't care.
No, we talked to him beforehand. My man had nothing. in his
Oh, he
system.
was.
The inmates are officially running the asylum here.
That is awesome, though.
This is a beautiful day.
Will DeWitt, the legend.
Yes,
Big
yes.
Willie style.
What a season.
Hey,
oh my
way to take
God.
advantage. He was under fire by himself. I don't know how many Bears fans made the trip. He was probably the only one in there. Took it on the chin for everybody. I'm going down to Indy to represent, and he had a couple cockies, and then he's good.
He had a what? He had a couple what?
Come on, let's go.
Wait.
You might want to work on that abbreviation.
Hey,
couple-
come on.
Yo, Carm. That's Justin Fields said pause too about that.
Yeah.
That's pause.
Cocktails were served in Indy today for Will. Way to go.
No, Will was the good luck charm though. For real.
For
He
real.
was.
For real. And everybody who pushed go. I think that was your idea there, Sir Hoge.
Yeah.
Kevin.
I don't know if I want the credit right now, but yeah.
Dude, he is
I
having
have
a
to say,
time.
dude, he saw. If you were a Bears fan, that would have been really fun to be at that game today.
Oh my God.
Like way more fun than being at Soldier Field.
Oh,
Could you
wait,
imagine? Could you imagine being at that game?
I mean,
No.
we should have gone live watch party the way that turned out.
Yeah.
We did. We got the last minute.
Oh my God.
Such a fun day though.
Wow.
Such a fun day.
Wow.
A lot of fun.
Mom says he's gonna look like Carm did the day after Christmas. Hungover.
You had a rough one, Carmi?
I don't even know what we're talking about.
Did you have a couple what did you call them?
No, I don't even.
You too, by the way. You were first half today.
I know.
I was talking to Carm, and he literally is falling asleep.
His eyes.
Mid conversation, he's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, Carm, you all right? He's like, he just needs some
Well,
Java."
so I got in here this morning, and you know, I'd been at Soldier, so I got in like 10:30, and there was just the coffee wasn't flowing, so I was going to leave to go get coffee. Hoge's like, Carm, we got to go over the show, so then I didn't go, and then right after the pregame, then I knocked down 2 bagels. I'm not used to eating the bagels nowadays. It's not in the carb diet. Just hit me like a brick by brick.
Isn't that supposed to give you energy? Not
Bagels? No,
don't know.
carbs straight asleep. That is a food coma waiting to happen. And then throw that in with Nathan Peterman, last game of the year.
Don't blame Nathan Peterman for you being up to 2 a.m. last night.
I wasn't up till 2 a.m.
What time were you up to?
It was 11:30 midnight. That wasn't it. It was Peterman's in there.
I'm blaming Peterman.
You didn't have your CBD this morning.
That was and then so then I went and got my V at 5 at halftime, and we're ready to go, baby.
Let's go. Come on, let's get some.
Hit
thumbs
the
up
like button if you're happy the Bears got the 1 pick. Let's
here.
go.
And Will DeWitt
And hit the like button for Will. Yes.
Hit the like button
and
for
Carm's
Will
pause-worthy
DeWitt.
comments.
Come on. Let's spread some Bears love all around YouTube / the internet / the world.
All right.
Can we clip Carms? What he's talking about the cocktail?
I don't know that.
I don't know if we can, but like that is a popular way of saying what I
Nobody
said.
said that.
Nobody.
Oh,
Not
come
even like
on.
old-timey people.
You're looking at me with disgust, too. All right,
No,
fine.
never heard that before.
Don't
Unfortunately,
look
no one
cocky.
can hear Lawrence.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care.
Oh, man.
Let's go.
What a day.
Shout out, by the way, because shout out to Cole Kmet. How's that?
Yeah, we should do our. Okay, not ready for that. No shout out to Cole Kmet right now. We'll
Not
save
yet.
that.
He
for later.
competed.
Right now on the spot. Number 1 overall pick. What are you doing?
Trading back.
And if no one's there to trade,
Wow.
Trading back.
it's not how it works.
Well, then you're taking Will Anderson, but we are trading back.
Last time the number 1 pick got traded.
I don't care.
2016.
Just asking people to live
I
in
don't
a real
know.
world. 2016, Jared Goff. Doesn't happen every year is the point.
But not
Now,
every year.
I'm saying I'm not trying to kill. It is realistic,
yes.
but you got to have a trade partner, and it doesn't always happen. Now, most years quarterbacks have been taken,
Exactly.
but not this year, not this past year, and not Myles Garrett's year.
But I think this year will be a quarterback.
But
sure.
last year there were no quarterbacks in the draft.
Correct.
Kenny Pickett went 18th or
And there's
whatever.
potentially 3 that could be in the top 10 for sure. Maybe
Top
top,
five,
5.
right.
Yeah, but I'm saying at least in the top 10.
Right.
Yeah.
So it to me is a no-brainer.
And
It
2
will
in
be
the
a
top
trade
5
back.
probably.
It's extremely unfortunate on some level that there isn't like the Peyton Manning level quarterback is there. But that's why Poles' job is to sit there and just be in love with Bryce Young and or CJ Stroud and or whatever. Like literally just get every scout out there to like tell everybody how that Bryce Young is the next Patrick Mahomes. Let's go. Let's just
hype 'em up.
We need some serious juice coming the way and get what you can.
Exactly.
And ideally, the way we lined it out, I think we just gave the best scenario: 1 to 2, 2 to 4, and take
Get some picks in the process too.
Get a haul.
Yeah.
You have a lot of needs to fill.
So, if you're the Texans, like, I can't even get over how that just played out because you had your choice locked down, whatever you wanted. Now, sitting number 2, the Colts, who you just beat in that game, can leapfrog you.
It's true.
The Lions can leapfrog you. Carolina is going to be highly motivated to fix their quarterback situation with
Bears.
what's going on. It's just the Texans now might have to pay a ransom just to get back in the spot that they would have been had they not converted that 2-point
to
conversion.
a team in your own division. To literally, if I would have been telling Lovie on 4th down and 4th and 20.
You can have your job, I promise you, if you don't score here.
I would have
And then
called in the
afterwards
play.
they say, you still
Spike
fine.
it. I would have told him to spike it. Spike it right now. Take it. Throw it out of the end zone.
But how about that on 4th and 20?
Yeah.
The magic. Everything, all the juju was working together.
Yeah.
For the Bears today. It really was. Like 4th and 20, through somebody's hands, and then going for 2, being bold. Ooh.
And I would just like to point out, with about 4 minutes left in that game, Braggs was pretty much in tears, telling Casey, our awesome czar of social media, that there was no chance that the Texans could come back and win.
Yep.
He said it's over, and he was pretty much sitting there crying. It's too bad. It would have been so great to have the run pick. I'm not rising and
Are you
shining
going to
tomorrow.
thank me? That's called a reverse jinx.
Good job, buddy.
No, you
It's
were
called a
sold.
reverse
It
jinx.
wasn't until I pointed it out to
gotta
you on the
sell
red
it.
zone that
Yeah.
you're like, oh.
You gotta sell the reverse jinx. If you do a fraudulent reverse jinx, the football gods will recognize that you aren't
Nice.
being sincere. So you have to really sell the sincerity. The reverse jinx. You're welcome, Bears
No,
number 1 pick.
No, stop it.
I even
Stop
tweeted it out.
Stop it.
I even wrote Kevin a game review that no one will ever see that talked about the number 2 pick.
I think
I
it's
reverse jinxed across the whole landscape for you, Bears fans. This is what I do. I act like an idiot.
That's a serious MVP performance, and I do think you were being strategic. I actually think you mean what you just said.
It was a part of me inside my brain saying, just push it the other way. It's over. What's the worst that can happen? The reverse jinx. I'm very superstitious.
Clearly.
Not even a little stitious. Very superstitious.
Good
Holy
cover.
Swear your emotions on your
You were, in,
Superstitious.
you were in tears.
Your
At one
emo- your
point,
emotions
Well, yeah,
right
I'm
there
in
your
tears. That
sleeve.
fourth quarter almost took me out.
You feel better now?
I feel great.
Good.
at one point,
That was amazing.
At one point, Braggs was literally staring out a window.
guys
that
wanted to go to
that has a
overtime.
black shade.
He was like contemplating his life.
He's like staring out a window.
We were so close. It could have. It was. It would.
we
were
almost
clo-
had the golden brick, and we didn't.
I'm so upset.
My brick juice,
like-
I need to refill it.
Like we're like Greg. Worst case scenario, they have the 2 pick. It's pretty good.
Exactly.
It's not like we're not end of the world. No, it is. What?
Oh,
like-
what a day.
It was.
I'll tell you, I love it.
Have a day, Braggs. Have a day.
We're having a day. We're all having a day together as a family.
The Duke coming back with a $4.99. Texans Twitter is so entertaining. 10 out of 10. Highly recommend a read through. We should actually read Texans tweets before
Somebody
we get
said
out
how
of
much we've been drinking. We just had that one shot.
Not enough for dealing with
We've
these
been
guys.
drinking Gatorades and water and brick juice over here. And coffee.
I actually would love to. We can do that later too. But Lovie's press conference. Wow. Hey, Lovie, you're getting fired. We needed the 1 pick. Your quarterback threw a touchdown on 4th and 20, and now we're gonna have to trade up to get ahead of the Indianapolis Colts, who are in our own division. Did you do this on purpose to help out your former team where you had your greatest success in the NFL? Did you do it for Corey Wootton? Seriously.
He did it. Appreciate it, Lovey. Way to go.
And just to recap, it's 4th and 20, like back at the 30 or whatever. He's backpedaling. He's under pressure. He scrambles around. Davis Mills just launches one in the end zone. Number 25 on the Colts is like right here to intercept the ball, and it goes through his hands
It's a miracle.
and is caught for a touchdown.
No,
Yeah.
he was in
Yeah.
on the Colts tank. He said,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I wonder what the bonus is he got for that. Just going right through his hands. And then I didn't even see the 2-point conversion, guys. You got to tell me what happened.
So they had trips over there, and they ran like a crossing pattern. And then what was it, 88? He came. He was on the outside. He came in, and then it opened right up. He was like wide open.
We want to say thank you to Rodney Thomas.
bobbled a
We got to
He
put a
bobbled.
name. We got to put a name on it. Rodney Thomas, number 25, a safety, 6'1", 196 pounds, 24-year-old rookie, out of Yale, smart as can be, can't play football, can't catch. Thank you to Rodney.
That's why he's a DB, right? They said the
Yeah.
DBs can't get.
Rodney Thomas II hooked us up.
Absolutely crazy. All right, I want to talk about some playoff scenarios too, kind of recap everything that's happened. It's been a crazy day, oddly fun day. But first, got to tell you about Shady Rays. Probably going to need our Shady Rays when we're in Kansas
Future
City.
is bright.
We're going to Kansas City for the draft.
I'm ready.
Sunny Kansas City,
Wow.
late April. Some Shady Rays on.
Great
Shady
tennis
Rays.
town down there. I'd love to go back and take out some tournaments. Let's
Tennis
go.
town.
Tennis Town. We're going to Tennis Town.
I know some people in Kansas City.
Whoa.
I know some
Bricklayers?
people in Kansas City.
Yeah.
Part of the union?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go. Are they Bears fans?
Yeah.
You sure?
No, they're Chiefs fans.
So why'd you say yeah when
I'm just saying. I'm delirious right now. I'm just
What
telling
is
you.
going
I'm
on?
just telling you. I know people in Kansas City.
He was literally just responding. Yeah.
I'm delirious right
every
now.
question.
God, you are.
Damn.
You are
All right.
I
Shady
can't see
Rays
straight.
You are
never
such a-
understood why sunglasses were so expensive. They set out to change that. You do not have to break the bank for quality sunglasses because our friends at Shady Rays have you covered with premium polarized shades featuring world-class optical clarity, durability, and styles catered to everyone and every lifestyle. And the best part is they have the most insane protection program in all of eyewear. If you lose or break your shades on day one, they told us they will send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. If they happen to be flying through the air and the guy on the Colts, they'll go right through his hands, they fall on the ground, and they accidentally gets... Yeah, or if you're literally getting carried out of Lucas Oil Stadium right now by security and they fall off your head and get stepped on.
What an amazing
File a
accomplishment.
claim and they'll give you.
Yeah, Shady Rays they'll send you a brand new pair, no questions asked. And even with that strong of a protection program, they still manage to make quality that I can tell you just as good as any expensive pair that we have worn here, and Shady Rays customers agree with over 200,000 5-star reviews. This is exclusive for our listeners. Shady Rays is running their deepest deal of the season. Use code CHGO for 50% off 2 or more pairs at shadyrays.com. Buy one, get one free. You can get 2 pairs for as low as $54. Redeem only at shadyrays.com, where you can find all their newest and best shades.
Are we on show 1 or show 5 here, Adam Hoge?
We are on show 5.
Show 5, baby.
And the read you have to do is in Notion already.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
It is DraftKings.
It is definitely
The
DraftKings.
college football one.
Yeah, thank you very much. Well, first of all,
My day here every day.
oh, here it comes. So, by the way, how'd your wagers turn out today on the great DraftKings Sportsbook app?
One for the second week in a row. Justin Jefferson.
Didn't you bet on the Vikings too?
Yeah, but you had to get the
Teaser in there?
No, you had to get the Justin Jefferson touchdown with the Vikings.
Okay.
Oh, you're talking about my pick'em thing.
Yes.
Yeah, they covered the 7.5. That wasn't a bet though.
They cover the 7.
That was just a pick.
But at any rate, listen, the fans of tradition, it's coming on tomorrow night, the glory. Nothing more thrilling than the College Football National Championship happening tomorrow. Go-to for your betting should be DraftKings Sportsbook, one of America's top-rated sportsbook apps. Live the dream, and hey, make a play on the national championship. You make a $5 bet tomorrow night. You get $200 in free bets instantly. Win or lose. Win or lose. You hear that? $200 in free bets instantly. Win or lose. Plus, everyone can combine multiple bets for bigger payouts with DraftKings. The same game parlays makes it that much more exciting. All you got to do is download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now. Use that promo code. You know it. You love it. CHGO. New customers, $5 bet on college football, $200 in free bets instantly. Then use that code CHGO only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Thank you to our friends at DraftKings. Looking forward to some national championship action tomorrow night.
All right, there was a football game played today, and actually there was a player on the Bears that I thought had a pretty nice day. Our DraftKings king of the game is Cole Kmet. 4 catches, 57 yards, and that touchdown run was nice.
Effort.
I mean, he caught that in the flat and just refused to go down, and then very athletically twisted his body around and got the ball over the goal line. Good for Cole Kmet. 7 touchdowns on the season. Remember, that was the discussion about Cole Kmet coming into the year, right? Can't score touchdowns, doesn't score touchdowns. Cole Kmet, I don't know how a very positive season, right? Overall, great blocker.
Yep.
He's still a couple drops here and there throughout the season, but for the most part, I thought ball security got a lot better. Cole Kmet, obviously a piece for the future, I think.
Didn't
for the
in
Bears.
3 games he had 5 touchdowns? Maybe even 2.
He had a 5.
He had 5 touchdowns in 2 or 3 games. So next year is going to be crucial in that red zone because what the Bears have really struggled this year, they got really run happy. So if they get Cole Kmet, especially in that red zone, to really be the X factor, that could be a big difference because every great quarterback has that tight end in the red zone.
You guys all ready to give Cole Kmet a contract extension, or do you need to see more?
I need to see more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd give it to him.
Because I think about all the needs that you have to address this offseason, right? And you still have him for another year. But I understand. I think he's going to be here for years to come. But I think based off all the other needs, you have him for another year.
Let me take you inside my GM head.
Okay.
Justin Fields going from year 2 to year 3 with whatever improvements they're going to make to the roster. He's going to be better, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Is there a number 1 wide receiver out there? Probably not.
That we could trade for, right?
Yeah, but we're not going. But will we give up a ton to get one? My point is that I think it's a very safe bet that Kmet is better next year than he was this year, right?
Yeah.
So the price is just going to keep going up, right?
Potentially, right?
Yeah. Don't you want to try to lock him in at a nice, affordable, Bears-friendly contract right now?
Yeah, I guess when you put it that way, I'm just thinking of all the needs they have to fill for next year, right? Like there's a lot.
Yeah, no doubt. But I'm saying like we don't have to fill every single one of them. We just got to make calculated moves, and I think Kmet should be on the to-do list.
So what would be your ideal deal with him?
I'd have to look at it, but
I don't know off the top of my head. I mean, I'm not giving him like, the top tight end contract in the league.
Give him a mid range.
I just think regardless, here's a guy who's from Chicago. He's really been like the perfect fit with the Bears. Definitely believes in what's going on. He's good locker room guy. I think
trucking people.
I think one way or another, whether it's this offseason or next year, and my guess would be right now he is extended before next season begins. And it's too good of a fit. I don't see Cole Kmet playing anywhere else anytime soon.
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Some Dawson Knox like contract around $11 million a year. The number that popped in my head was 10, but I mean,
but don't you think that's kind of high though for somebody that really hasn't proven himself as a true playmaker at tight end, right? We would say, oh, he makes plays at times, but
yeah,
he'll have an occasional drop, but I mean, and he's not the most dynamic guy catching the football, but he's pretty good.
Yeah,
and he's pretty physical, and he run blocks. I don't know. I got no problem with Kmet. I would pay him.
Just that 11 mil a year seems kind of.
And I think that they probably value him even more than we do.
Yeah.
Especially with the blocking.
I think a lot of it happens like this, right? Like if you were drafting the organization and they like you, kind of like it seems like it, they're more likely to re-up you before that 4th year. So I can see that happening, but me personally, I wouldn't until next year. I have to see one more year of him.
And there's nothing wrong with paying more after seeing like, oh, okay, well, you earned that, and I'll give you your dough. But
I mean, do you really ever think he's going to be that Travis Kelce, George Kittle type? No, right?
No,
and I don't think they think he is either.
Yeah.
I don't even think Cole Kmet does.
Yeah.
And I think that's why they'll be able to come to agreement on something that makes sense.
Or a friendly deal for them that makes sense to. As long as the numbers make sense, I'm fine with that. But I just don't want to give him this much money like a top tight end, and he's not.
You know what this kind of reminds me of? The Cody Whitehair extension a few years ago. It's like he just
Kmet though is.
But I just mean in terms of like, I don't think he wants to go anywhere. I don't think the Bears want him to go anywhere. It's just going to take some time, and the numbers will make sense, and it's just not a contract we're ever going to have to worry about. Just like Cody Whitehair's hasn't been,
After today, he can have as much money as he wants. I don't care.
Look at him.
Well, all Braggs wants to talk about is the number one pick. He has no interest in anything else.
But I gotta say, like, today, let's not overstate like a game against the Vikings last and him just trying, which is his job. But
when he had that one catch,
but he really was like super in the game today. That is a winning type of player outside of everything else. I'm a big fan. I would. Make it happen.
Super chat from Mark here. Every Bears fan in Easingwold, England, cheered with the Texans 2-point conversion. Last 35 seconds of that game was like watching a playoff game. It got really intense.
Borderline Super Bowl, Mark.
I'm not going to lie.
This was a Super Bowl-ish moment. It's obviously not the Super Bowl, but it's just as big. It's obviously not.
By the way,
because some people will freak out to that statement, but this is like winning the Super Bowl to get the number one pick against all odds. The fact that even had an opportunity going into today, and then the way that game ended, it's a miracle. It's a miracle. It's one of the biggest moments in my life as a Bears fan, and that may be a pathetic statement because that means we're the worst team in the league, but it's the truth. It's just as big as the day for me, this is as excited as I've been the day they were going to the Super Bowl and they beat the New Orleans Saints.
I literally thought you were going to say the day that Addie was born. I literally thought, wow.
The day
he's like, that too.
Yeah. Just like when he gave his daughter away to David Montgomery in training camp. He said, here you go.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
He did it again. He just like, yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Bears fan for life.
All right.
Nagy, settle down, buddy. This is a celebration, pal.
Did you see Matt Nagy's play call yesterday where the Chiefs were doing ring around the rosy and then they threw the trick play? That was the Matt Nagy special. We all know it. Did you see it?
I saw
Matt Nagy ain't calling
Matt
any
Nagy,
plays.
Matt Nagy
Nagy-
had his hands on that
Nagy's
one.
not calling any plays.
I'm just saying, he had his hands on that design
No.
where they're doing Ring Around the Rosie.
I'm not giving him credit for anything.
Andy Reid and Bieniemy. Those,
Nice guy. Very lovely person.
We're
Actually,
gonna have Nick from Soldier Field here shortly to get whatever kind of reaction there was.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine the players in the locker room were acting like brags over this, but we'll find out what the reaction was from Flus and everyone.
I bet Poles was.
Yeah, I would love to know where Poles was when that happened and what the real honest reaction was, because they're paying attention to it for sure. I want to go over some results here just to catch everyone up on the playoff scenarios and things like that. I believe the AFC is set. And yes, it is. So by beating the Jets today, Miami, despite falling apart late in the season, did clinch that last playoff spot, just barely getting in over Pittsburgh with the tiebreaker. We don't know. Who's their quarterback? Good question. Today they won with Skylar Thompson, right?
Yeah. So have they made an announcement about Tua for the rest of the season? Have they?
I don't think they have.
They haven't.
And Teddy too,
Yeah.
So
I have a hard time believing that Tua is going to play after all, the controversy with everything with the concussions and not handling it properly.
well, and I'm not sure it's going to matter the way they're playing. They're going to have to go to Buffalo, play a division rival next week.
Yeah.
Buffalo's locked into the 2. Kansas City's the 1. Now, this does bring up the scenario that happened as a result of Monday night's game not getting played or finished. Is Kansas City gets the bye, but if they end up playing Buffalo in the AFC Championship game, that'll be in a neutral site. So it'll be a neutral site game, but Buffalo does have to play this extra game, and so they'll get Miami. The 3 seed is Cincinnati. They win the North with their win over Baltimore today. That got rid of any coin flip scenarios. They just win the North. They get the 3 seed. They will have a rematch against Baltimore next week in Cincinnati. And then the 4-5 game will be Jaguars and Chargers in Jacksonville. It was kind of a sneaky, fun game, in my opinion.
2 young quarterbacks that are talented.
That'll probably be like the Saturday afternoon game. It gets like the least ratings, but I'm actually intrigued by that game.
You're here for all of it.
Oh, I am.
I mean, come on.
It'd be good to see Trevor Lawrence step up and maybe get a.
He didn't play that well last night.
No, he didn't.
He really didn't, but defense came up and helped him out. We'll get to the NFC here in a little bit, but Nick is standing by at Soldier Field. So let's bring him in now. He was in the locker room. He was just there.
He'll be back. Don't you worry. If I know my Nick Moreano, who was awesome to run into pregame today.
He just got dragged out of the stadium by security.
Do you know Will DeWitt? We cannot put you on.
You've been ejected from the stadium. All right, well, maybe we will do the – so I'm trying to look real quick. So Minnesota would get the 2 seed if San Francisco loses to the Cardinals, which seems highly unlikely. But first quarter in San Francisco, it's 7-6 right now. So it is a close game. And then let's see here. 4 seeds, Tampa, that's locked in. They pretty much gave up in the second half today, took all their starters out and ended up losing.
8 and 9,
so
4 seed.
Yeah. Tampa will play Dallas next week in Tampa. Giants locked in as a 6. And then
Doesn't that suck?
That's such BS.
what?
Tampa gets home field.
Cowboys are 12 and 4, 13 and 4.
They got to do something with the record.
Like, can we use common sense?
I understand they won the division, but it's kind of like when the Seahawks, when Marshawn Lynch had that.
Yeah.
The Saints were a better record, but
I kind of get it though. The incentive to win your division.
No, but if your division is trash, straight garbage, like
I know, because it is weird. As bad as Tampa's been, it does seem like a sneaky game. Like,
oh yeah, no, they'll probably win.
The Cowboys could lose.
Brady's been playing well as of late.
Mike Evans.
Mike Evans has been hot.
How would you like Mike Evans for the
Commanders leading the
Left
Cowboys?
today's game, I think Evans did. I don't know what that was all about, but he left. So anyway, remaining here tonight, Seattle has to win or they are eliminated. They are only up 6-3 in the second quarter right now. We'll continue to keep you updated on that.
Rams are driving inside. That's tied 6-6. They just kicked a field goal.
If they lose Oh, so it's 6-6. Nice.
Yeah.
Good update. If Seattle loses, then tonight's game between Detroit and Green Bay is a play-in game. Winner gets in.
Which would be really awesome. Packers are 5-point favorite. Let's go for Sunday Night Football. Come on. Just give us the drama.
Right. I like it. All right, let's go to Nick at Soldier Field. I believe he is back.
Nicholas Moreano is at Soldier Field. He's amazing.
Look at that stash,
What's
baby.
up, you guys?
There he is.
What
Right
up,
when you were about to bring me
MVP?
on the first time, appreciate it, Mark. Right when you were about to bring me on, of course, the Wi-Fi just timed out. Everything's done here at Soldier Field with the season being over. But glad to be here, you guys. It looks like you had a lot of fun here on the post-game show.
He did. Your boy Will.
Yeah, you might want to check in on
He was a
Will.
little turned up there in Indy.
Will DeWitt is his new
that's
name.
His nickname. Big Willie style. That's what they call him in the streets of Indy.
I've been. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think him being on After Dark with me has rubbed off a little bit. He lost his mind today.
You're a bad
It was
influence,
it was
Brad.
yeah,
You're
I
a
am.
bad
It was a beautiful
influence.
thing, though. It was a beautiful thing to see.
We're sending him an Uber to go over to, what's that steakhouse down there?
St. Elmo's.
Nah, he needs McDonald's to soak up
The
all that
shrimp
lick.
cocktail.
Trust me, I already got my Elmo's reservation for the combine.
Yeah,
It's
that's
already
a good
locked
spot.
in.
Really good spot.
All right, Nick, give us the story from the locker room. Was there a giant party because everyone got the number? No. What was it like?
Well, it kind of depended on who you talked to, Adam, because if you asked Braxton Jones, he said, I didn't know anything about us trying to get the number 1 overall pick or that we were in a position to do so. And it's like, all right, Braxton, I know you're a rookie. You're saying all the right things this whole season. But, that's how he kind of approached it. I talked to Travis Gibson, and I asked him, how does this number 1 overall pick kind of impact, this organization moving forward? And he said, well, obviously, whoever we bring in, I trust Ryan Poles. I trust everyone at the top, but they're going to have to come in here and whoever it is and work and obviously get implemented into the culture that we're building here. So a lot of the players downplayed the significance of the number 1 overall pick, and, they weren't really thinking about that going into this last game. Talked to Kari blasting game also, and he's like, yeah, didn't really think about that. I was just thinking about what I had to do on the field today, being with my brothers in this locker room, playing for them, and, obviously everything that happens with the higher ups with the number 1 overall pick, they're going to deal with that. But that's kind of like the consensus throughout whoever you talk to. Even Cole Kmet, who said, obviously, that's a pick that can, change the dynamic of any team, but he's really just focusing on what he needs to do in the offseason, what he needs to do to get better, to become a better tight end for the Chicago Bears moving forward. But you ask those players, the number 1 overall pick is, more so for everybody in the higher ups for the Bears organization.
What did the head coach have to say, Nick, about his? He seemed like he at least didn't have
Nick
to.
wasn't in the press conference. He was in the locker room.
Oh,
I got you. David
Yeah.
Montgomery.
okay.
What did he have to say in the locker room, since that's where you were?
Yeah. So, guys, when I was talking to Travis Gibson, David Montgomery did his press conference with some of the other media, and then they kind of closed it off. So didn't get to hear, what David had to say. But kind of going more to Cole Kmet real quick, you guys. He was just asked about, obviously, this season. It's kind of been a tough time for Cole Kmet in terms of getting wins with this Bears organization since he's gotten here. But he's still looking optimistic in terms of what he's capable of doing for this franchise. And, it's kind of nice seeing, even though this game, honestly, being here, it felt like a preseason game from beginning to end. Like, you look at it, wasn't a lot of people here at the stadium. You saw the players that were actually on the field, a lot of them backups. But Cole Kmet still showed some good things on the field. So he's looking at building off of this performance, what he did in this, this year with the touchdowns and things like that, and then trying to just build off of that. Again, like what I was saying earlier, to be the best tight end for the Bears that he could possibly be. And then for Travis Gibson, like I was going around just asking each individual player, what was kind of like your favorite moment, even though this was a season where there was only 3 wins. All the guys pointed back to the New England game, the last time the Bears actually won a game. So they looked at that moment as being one where you see the capabilities of the football team. When all 3 phases come together, they were able to go on Monday Night Football and get a pretty big upset. So that was Travis Gibson's favorite moment. Braxton Jones highlighted the one play where he leaked out and Khalil Herbert had like a 20-plus yard touchdown reception. He was able to be a big part of that. But these guys, even though, a lot of fans were hoping that the Bears would lose, and they did, they were still going out there trying to put in some good tape and trying to do, all that they can control just on the football field tonight or today.
I was going to ask about Velus Jones, but I've been blacked out here for the last hour and a half. So they may have asked about Velus Jones. I was very excited to see Velus Jones play well. Don't give me that look, Nick. This is an exciting day.
Nick, you're missing a hell of a show right now. I
literally don't care about anything but what happened.
Braggs has been doing his own show the entire time in his head. It only has to do with the number one pick. And if any other topic comes up, he hasn't even been in the room, basically.
I just zone out. But Velus, I'm proud of this guy. He's stacked weeks here, not just today, but he's had last week. He had a really nice week in the return game. He's had some deep throws where him and Justin Fields had a connection. Gets a touchdown today. The back shoulder, the touchdown was really impressive. I think we all know he's capable of plays like that, but the back shoulder I thought was even more impressive than the touchdown. What did you think of Velus Jones overcoming the adversity to the start of his career to finish like he did to end the season?
Yeah, no, it was good to see. Honestly, there were some players that you wanted to kind of watch for in this last game, even though, again, you wanted the Bears to lose, and they did that. But, Velus, he did do some, that touchdown run that he had, he set the blocking perfectly. He's being really patient with then cutting back and then turning upfield. So, nice things to see from Velus Jones Jr., and I got to hear a little bit from him, and he was just saying that going into the offseason, just wants to continue working on being a better kick returner and obviously a better wide receiver for this team moving forward. But it was encouraging to see, someone like that who, Ryan Poles said was going to be a part of the future of this Bears team and, kind of doing some good things on the field here today. I know you guys have been doing a lot of celebrating there and, just having a good time. Actually, before we went down to when they opened up the locker room and the press conferences, a bunch of the media stayed up here and we were all watching that Colts and Texans game and seeing how it was all playing out. It was nuts. How does the safety not pick off that ball and then get the 2-point conversion? And then, there was a bunch of gasps when he caught the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, seeing that all happen. But, it just worked out in the Bears' favor today. And then now they'll be first on the clock in 2023.
It was all Will DeWitt.
Will DeWitt.
Hey, Nick, before you go, Kari Blasingame, Mr. Professional, anything interesting from him?
Yeah, I mean, with him, he was kind of – it sounded like he was a little disappointed because he felt like he could do more on the field from what our conversation was. And, he's just going to continue to work on his craft. And he didn't really want to go too far into the future, kind of just staying in the moment right here. But he really called this locker room like a college locker room. And that kind of helps you get through these 3 and 14 seasons, right, where there's not a lot of winning. But he said that the group of men in this locker room, and it's going to be a lot different next year, is really what held everything together and allowed them to still be, a positive one. It didn't matter if you came into this locker room on a Tuesday or a Friday. It was pretty upbeat despite the lack of wins. So he credits all the players in there and just how they're able to, kind of handle themselves throughout this season.
Nick, can you see the field right now from where you're at?
Yeah, actually, so David Montgomery's, I think it was his family that was waiting out of the locker room for him. And it looked like they were just kind of, just on the field. Obviously, there's a lot of questions about his future, with the Bears organization, whether the Bears resign him or, whatever could happen. But it kind of looks like they're soaking in the moment a little bit just here, right as, it looks like there's nobody else out here except for Montgomery's family, and then I think now they're actually leaving. But yeah, so right here outside of empty Soldier Field.
All right, Nick, good stuff. Appreciate you. Appreciate everything you've been doing all season from the games.
I love you,
Good
Nick.
job.
All right, Nick.
Appreciate you guys.
There he is, Nicholas Moreano. Make sure you follow him on Twitter at Nicholas Moreano. Super chat here from Sean. We got a lot of these. Do the Bears trade back for high draft picks this year or quantity for next year, considering the wide receivers coming out next year because of NIL? I think it depends on who they're trading with. Some teams have 2 first-round picks this year, some don't. So, yeah, both. Both's a good answer.
Look, when everybody's handicapping this draft, it's viewed, at least right now, that the most that I've heard is that there's not a ton of impact players. They're right at the top. So the Bears, by their own brilliance, however you want to put it, they are in a situation where they can trade back and stay in the top 4 and get a premium player and get more picks, which is
Win-win.
is the win-win that everyone's
You
looking for.
got to sell to the Texans hard that if they don't trade up to 1, they're not getting the quarterback of their dreams.
Tell them, Braggs.
So if you can get a premium player and get more draft picks, I mean, that's what you're looking to do.
I'm going to email them every day.
That's how I see it.
Who are you emailing every day?
The Texans.
Oh, okay.
His union.
Why don't you let the GM do his job? Okay, Braggs?
We're all in this together, okay?
Yeah, I like this comment. I hope Monty comes back too. We talked about that. I know Braggs is not so high on David Montgomery, but there's value there. It's thunder and lightning with him and Khalil Herbert. We need them back. Montgomery catches the ball out of the backfield, right? He's a great blocker, and he'll give you those grind them out yards. So they're a good tandem together. What is
there's
Khalil
some
Herbert?
grind them yards.
I'm asking you, what is Khalil Herbert? The home run hitter, right?
That's right.
So they both complement each other. Why can't there be 2?
I got no problem with David Montgomery. Great
You do
guy.
have a problem.
Hard runner. I don't. I do believe Khalil Herbert's a better running back. I understand pass blocking is a part of the position. So he does. David gets the edge there. So I have no problem with the tandem, but I just don't know if they're going to pay David when you can draft running backs. Look at the Jaguars. They got a good running back, undrafted free agent. I mean, that's just the way the league goes now. So don't get mad at me.
Well,
Okay, but here's my counterpoint on that. You did draft a running back this year.
Right.
Do you feel good
Late.
about Treston Ebner?
But you do that every year. And eventually you
They
hit
don't.
one that's, really good sometimes at the end of the draft. Khalil Herbert being
I'm just saying
another-
though,
Evans was playing over.
if you get rid of Dave Montgomery, you got to replace him
correct.
with who?
I'm just telling you
Not-
that you can find guys that get hard yards.
I know, but
late
I'm
in the
just pointing
draft.
out they did that this past year and it didn't really work.
Exactly. They were trying to draft his replacement.
and
And
we
it didn't
didn't-
work out.
We did everything we could to tell you that Treston Ebner could play, and then he got out there and he could not.
But I think people are sleeping on the leadership too in the locker room.
Yeah.
How there's not that many leaders on the offense, right? Justin Fields is a leader, but he's still young, and David Montgomery being there for a quarterback is crucial, right? And in the protection, you want Justin Fields to be as clean as can be, right? Especially on blitz pickups. If Khalil Herbert's in there, he doesn't block the same way,
Right.
so you're leaving your quarterback potentially at risk.
And don't think that play last week didn't matter because
Yeah.
you saw that.
Oh yeah,
Herbert didn't pick up the blitz. Justin had to basically throw the ball away and take a shot.
so yeah, it's the little things that matter. Herbert is a talented running back. Running back, he needs to get better in other areas.
100%.
At some point, you got to stop taking talented players off the roster. And I think when you look at this running back market, I'm not sure that there's going to be a team out there spending enough on David Montgomery that the Bears can't afford him. If that makes
you
sense.
could get-
I think it's going to be. I think there's a path to bringing him back where it doesn't hurt you financially at all.
3 years, $15 million. It could be that cheap.
I feel like his numbers weren't that great this year.
No.
He was injured, it just yards per carry weren't up there. So I think everything to bringing him back, it'll be a.
But I think if you look at the tape, though, you see that while the totals weren't great, he picked up what I call the money yards. And how many first downs? I'd like to look at that stat. Maybe I'll bring it up for a
broken
future show.
tackles on,
Yeah,
hitting the backfield.
yards after contact, and just straight up number of first downs that you ran for.
I want him back, and I don't think we need to lose sleep over it either at the same time. But, hey, Braggs, what are you going to do tonight to celebrate? Well, what you should do is go on the Game Time.
Watch the Lions beat the Packers.
I'm going to go home and watch the Purdue Boilermakers.
Okay,
play.
well, what you should do is just go on over to the United Center and see some Blackhawks hockey. We got the Hawks and the Flames tonight. It's going to be according to Mario, it's going to be a very entertaining matchup. One seat on the Game Time ticket, if you want to get right in right now, is $43.
I don't think Mario said that.
He definitely said that's
Did
going to be. He said it's going to be a visually appealing game. Visually appealing.
Uniform-wise, Flames got some cool unis.
No, Calgary's got great players. I can't name one of them, but they're great. I love the Flames. Okay. More importantly, Game Time is the hottest new ticketing site. It makes it easier than ever to score the best deal tickets to sports, concerts, and shows. Whatever you want, Game Time has it for you. If you love CHGO, you're going to love Game Time. Best way to support us is by buying your tickets through the link in the description. Join over 15 million people who have downloaded the Game Time app and more. I love Game Time. It's so much fun. I love Game Time. My voice is going out of nowhere, which is weird too. Yeah. Bottom line, there is no better price that you're going to get on the same seat in the secondary ticket market than on Game Time. So you want to be a consumer, and it makes it very easy. You can see, look, it just shows you visually exactly where you're going to be, so you can feel it, you can see it, you can live it, you can love it. Game Time tickets.
All right. Also want to make sure everybody hits that subscribe button on YouTube. If you're not already subscribed, hit that like button. Do all the things that help support us. We appreciate you very much. And also go to allchgo.com/diehard. Become a diehard today. Level up your fandom. You'll get all kinds of things, including our happy hours, which we're going to keep going. We've had one each month. We'll keep those going throughout the offseason. All these things we're excited about. With the number one pick now, which I didn't think I'd be talking about at all. Our coverage is going to be crazy. If today is any indication, really crazy.
Yeah.
So,
oh my goodness.
So you want to be signed up to become a diehard today, and also you get discounts on all our merch, all our events, everything we do, Bears events or otherwise. You get those discounts, so it really pays for itself at the end of the day. Go check it out at allchgo.com/diehard. All right. Ton of super chats. Carm's got his notes ready, which we got to get to, and then we'll probably be out of here. But let's jump through some of these super chats. Oh, should we do, yeah. What are we calling these? The Peter Boyle guide? Okay. With a picture of Peter Boyle up there. That's good. All right, so usually this is our Fields Guide. Presented by Green Ridge Farm. Thank you to Green Ridge Farm. All season coming through on the Fields Guide, the Peter Boyle Guide today, and also just the yummy meat we cook up here all the time at CHGO. All right, so you combined all their stats is what you did here, Lawrence? Okay, so this is their combined stats, 13 for 27, 141 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, I can't believe there's only 1 sack. Good job, O-line, I guess. Exactly. And then you're not going to get the same rushing totals that we usually get with Justin Fields. So 4 carries, 5 yards.
Peterman looked a lot better than Boyle, put it that way, right? He looked very comfortable. Boyle looked in there like, oh, he was scared. He was seeing ghosts, maybe like Sam Darnold. Haley Joel Osment, I don't know.
I mean, I never, honestly, if I'm trying to be nice or just fair even, I never want to dog on anybody who gets to that level. But then but when watching Boyle play quarterback, it's like, could I do that? Because he's just like lofting the ball.
He just seemed very scared out there.
I mean, it was like, wow, man. I don't know how you got this far, but you're not going to be staying in this league doing that.
Yeah.
Well, his entire career has been in the NFC North. Packers, Lions, and now with the Bears. Tim Boyle, Pat Boyle, Tim
Doyle went to Northwestern. Yeah, Tim Doyle.
Tim Boyle, Pat Boyle.
All right, super chats. We got a lot of super chats.
Oh, look at the brick by brick.
All day
and
long.
we don't have
moniker,
Mike, so I'm gonna have to read all these.
We're building it.
We have Jonathan with a $10. I had my epic rise and shine with coffee. Enjoyed my Bears loss. Saw the Texans win in epic fashion. Now, can we get the Packers loss tonight? It'll be a perfect day, brick by brick.
Brick by brick, Jonathan.
Cold following.
Yep.
One of our
Good
one of
John.
our most loyal supporters to this show and everything we do. Appreciate you, Jonathan. You're a bright spot here with CHGO.
As to who's not a bright spot.
They're all bright spots. He's one of them.
Are you drunk off one shot over there? or just-
I am
lightweight.
high on life, baby.
What's in the juice?
There's nothing you can say
Brick juice.
that's gonna bring me down.
It's Smirnoff. It's
Staring off
Smirnoff
into the ether.
Smirnoff
over there.
ice. That's what he did. He put Smirnoff ice in
We
there.
stopped talking about the number 1 pick, so he checked out again for a little bit.
Okay.
All right, McBaconator, $5 here. Best post game ever. We'll just put it over the top. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Great post game. Big Willie style.
Oh man.
Dude, epic. Epic Will.
Okay, we'd like to announce that Will does have a sober ride home.
So he's good.
If anybody was worried.
Safety first, baby.
Yeah. Super chat here is at CJ Barkis, 82. The Chicago Bears are officially on the clock.
Yeah, buddy.
You know how much of an advantage that is? This is what we were talking about.
Yeah.
You don't have to think about any other scenario or variable. You know you have that pick. And now you can approach free agency with no fear about, oh, well, if this happens or that happens, I got to change how I'm going to do whatever pick we were going to have. Nope. Now you have a real advantage if you're Ryan Poles going into free agency.
Whoa. Ooh, I like that. Half
Chance,
sounds, baby.
chance that you'll be doing a show to your bathroom mirror tonight at like 9:30.
100%.
He's gonna have at least 5 clips before he goes to bed.
With
I'll be in
the
spaces. till
number
4 in
one
the morning.
overall pick in the 2023 NFL Draft, the Chicago Bears select
Trade back.
Alabama quarterback Bryce Young.
Whoa.
God.
There's been a trade.
I just wanted to mess with Braggs. Now, someone doesn't want to talk about the first pick
Listen.
also. Wow.
Listen, don't make me unleash Bears Twitter upon you.
Yeah.
Oh, he said he's got the pull of Bears Twitter, brick
I'll
by
bring 'em
brick.
all.
He
I'll
actually
bring 'em all.
does.
Yeah, he does.
It's
I'll
really
bring
weird.
them all.
Okay.
We got a lot more.
Night 6776, number 1 pick, baby. $5. Thank you. What else we got? Dan Evans in here. Thanks for a great season. CHGO $20 super chat. Thank you, Dan.
Thank you, Dan.
We appreciate you being here all season. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Dan. You the man.
Another bright,
You the man.
Another bright
You the
spot.
man.
Which one are we going with here? Crystal. She's been with us all season as well.
Love Crystal.
1999. I absolutely love this show. Love you all. We'll just put the cherry on top for the season. Number 1 overall pick. Bear down.
Bear down, Crystal.
Crystal does her own great show. I've seen Crystal on Instagram. Crystal's a very, very talented lover. Thank you, Crystal.
I know. He said a very talented.
She
lover.
is. She's cooking. She's talking. She's got her
I
own
know,
show
but
going on. I don't
you're-
know.
Oh, actually, the way I see what
You
she
said a very talented, and then you
She's
said
very
lover.
talented lover.
She's very talented.
You guys
lover.
are like 4-year-olds.
Oh, we're like 4-year-olds. Okay, we're like 4-year-olds.
How did he describe the cocktails?
You're the one who forgot to put the period in there. That's
Very
all we're saying.
talented
Or
lover.
at least a comma.
Yeah.
Separate the
I'm,
thoughts.
I'm dealing with first graders.
Punctuation is key.
Oh, Carmy.
It's all right. All right, Michael here, 1999. Best year since 85. Fields is our franchise guy. We get the number 1 pick. And Lovie, greatest act of franchise loyalty since McMahon wore the Bears jersey to the Packers White House Super Bowl celebration. Bear
That's a great
the
call.
F down.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah. Zach Watts chiming in, $5 here. What a finish. Not only Bears celebrating, but Steelers make the playoffs and end up with the 33rd pick. I don't think the Steelers got in the playoffs. Yeah, but NFL never fails to entertain. I wish the Steelers had gotten in because if you guys remember back to our season preview shows, that was one of my favorite bets for the season. Steelers to get in the playoffs because it was like insane. That
was a good bet.
It was like plus 400 or something. I'm like, the Steelers, they always get in. And they ended up coming down the line. I still think it was a good bet, even though it didn't come through.
Think Trubisky was going to be the quarterback the whole season?
No.
Mitch,
Should we bring up the conversation we had mid-show?
it's in the notes.
Okay, we'll save it for notes then. Sam fell, but he's okay. 199. What's a Lovie Smith Foundation? We need to donate. Oh, I'm sure. I don't know what. I'm sure he works with some charity for sure.
Yeah.
We could find that out for you. That's a good idea. Bears fans flooding Lovie Smith's foundation with donations after the win. I love those stories when that happens.
Right.
That's always great. Joseph, $4.99. We Houstonians all knew the Texans were going to Texan. They do that to us every year. Yeah, sorry about that for Texans fans.
I'm not.
Braggs didn't know.
Wow.
I'm
There's so many super chats. Dylan, $2. Build a Lovie statue. We should just build it here inside the CHGO studios.
That's something to consider.
Just have a Lovie Smith statue in the back.
Well, we don't need to go statue, but a shrine, something. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, right? A bust, something.
Holding the NFC championship.
I mean, he
gotta
belongs
have the
on this.
beard.
He belongs on this table for at least a month.
Okay. Joey, what's up, Joey? $4.99. Sam Ellinger, forever. Yeah.
Joey's my hero.
Although Sam kind of did too much to try to win that game, in my opinion. Settle down, Sam Ellinger. Enrique, $2. Super Bowl, Super Bears. Let's go. Hashtag Wolfpack. Hashtag Lovey.
Let's go.
Love it. Wolfpack for St. Ignatius.
Yeah, he also sent another one that was $2. I don't know, didn't say anything. Dominic just sent us.
Okay.
Thanks, Dominic.
Dominic,
Thank you.
Appreciate you. A few more here. Willie, let's go Willie here. $2. Trade the pick to the Colts for Buckner and picks. Ooh.
I like that.
Or would you rather have Buckner and picks or Nelson and picks?
Either in picks.
I don't think they're trading Quentin Nelson.
And they're,
I'm
right.
giving you. It's not. It's which one would you rather?
It's the old hypothetical game.
Buckner and picks.
I think Buckner, they'd be more willing to trade than Quentin Nelson.
Okay, it's not even that.
But
Okay,
it's-
but if they're willing to trade either, I probably take Quentin Nelson because I can draft my 3 technique in Jalen Carter.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Then you have him and
Whereas if
Tevin Jenkins inside.
Whereas if I take Buckner, I don't know that there's a stud lineman right there, like in the first few picks that you want.
I think it's
So-
a lot harder to find good offensive linemen. than it is
Options
defensive
are
line, I think.
endless.
Okay, God, he's so excited. It's unbelievable. Dylan, $4.99. Incoming call from Colts to Ryan Poles. All right, we did our part. Now, what do you want for the pick? It would be kind of full circle if they end up trading with the Colts.
Yeah.
They deserve it.
Hey, listen, Ryan, we're going to let him win. We're going to tell our young safety to let the ball go through his arms. And in return, we want a fair deal, a little bit of a slight benefit to us to come up and get that pick, and we'll give you XYZ.
Hey. Look at that, baby.
It's unlikely that conversation happened, but maybe that conversation happened.
There's like a 3-way trade between the Texans, Colts, and on draft day.
Oh, man.
That would be great.
There's going to be some type of bidding more there. All right, let's see. How many more do we have here? This is crazy. All right. Jay Harling, $4.99. On a serious note, Poles has 2 years to show results or he's out, right? What GM has inherited a better situation? I believe, but it's all on Poles. Now, I will say, he didn't inherit this situation. He created this situation
Correct.
this
Exactly.
year. He inherited Justin Fields, which is great,
Correct.
but he also inherited a ton of dead cap that they had to get rid of to reset the roster. So I just want to make that clear that he gets some credit for them being in this spot. But as I said often last week, it's not too hard to tear down a roster. It's much harder to build it back up. So to that point, Jay Harley, I am with you that this thing gets expedited here a little bit, right? Like, yes, you get the patience of building it up, but we are 1 year into this now. All of a sudden, you blink and a year's gone.
It's easy to tear a roster down, correct? But a lot of GMs don't have the balls to do it, especially in the NFL. In baseball, they'll wait 3 years. The Cubs, they tanked for 3 years before they said, all right, we're ready to win a Super Bowl. In football, more times than not, the GMs are baited into this patchwork, Band-Aid on a gunshot wound mentality, and they don't blow it up. They keep Khalil Mack. They keep Roquan Smith and give him a bad contract because, like, who else are we going to get? He's sticking to his game plan, and a lot of GMs don't have the balls to do it.
I would be very surprised if when he took the job, he didn't, in his interview process, he didn't outline exactly what he was going to do.
Absolutely.
And had support around it. And when you talk about how he's built it back up to this point, you have to look, let's look at his build backups. His Kyler Gordon, his Jaquan Brisker, his Braxton Jones. Let's call those all wins, although George Pickens, I think, would be a very exciting piece instead of Brisker, who's not an unexciting piece, but you're just.
And he brought in a coach that convinced these guys to compete all year with a bottom of the barrel roster. They did.
I'm not okay.
You can't give me that look. They did.
You
just rang off all the games they could have won.
I can give you that look. I can.
No, you
I
can't.
absolutely can give you that look.
He didn't really give Justin Fields weapons to help him out this
Right,
year.
right.
So this offseason is crucial for him.
And his other build-up, one of his big build-up during the season was to trade for Chase Claypool, which if we could rewind that trade right now and get the 32nd pick, everyone would do it. Literally. So that was he's not going to be perfect. He's grading him right now is on his build-ups and everything. He's at least a B.
All right, next one here. Brendan Henderson, $5. The only thing that sucks is that we traded a first-round pick for Claypool.
Exactly.
And then Austin, that number 32 pick in the draft would have been really good. Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
But if we had not traded for Roquan, we could have won one or two of these games and not had the number 1 pick. And then when we trade back from number 1 and add the 12th or 15th pick, some of these teams have 2 first-round picks this year, the Lions and the Panthers. And so when you take that number 1 pick and trade it back for 2, now you have that second pick that you're crying about.
You're absolutely right that they would not be in this position in all likelihood if they had kept Roquan, but that doesn't mean they had to make the Claypool trade.
Well, I mean, because it's not in a vacuum. That's what I'm trying to explain to people. Doesn't work like
Yeah,
that.
but he's just talking about the Claypool thing.
Right, but I'm saying that wouldn't be the 32 pick had Roquan stayed on the team.
No one's talking about that. No one's those aren't the same trades. You trade Roquan, you just don't trade for Claypool. That's what they're saying.
And had they done that, the Bears pick wouldn't be 1 and 32. That's what I'm saying.
If they didn't trade for Claypool,
Correct.
wouldn't they be even worse?
No, they could have won a couple of those games.
Why?
Because Claypool took the entire second half of the season to figure out the offense. Roquan is a good player.
They're not.
they're separate. They're separate.
Stop bringing them together. You trade away Roquan, and you don't trade for Claypool.
Yeah.
They're two different trades.
I get it.
He's too excited about that.
I know. So Roquan's not on the team.
Roquan's gone. We don't trade for Claypool.
We didn't trade for
We get the
Claypool, so we
32nd
still
pick,
have-
They're
right?
different things.
You understand? Look at him. Drink some of that brick juice, man.
We use the pick. The reason I get
You know that
confused is-
saying, explain it to me like I'm 5? I'm trying to.
I forgot. Okay, but we used the pick for Roquan for Claypool. I forgot.
Oh, man. All right, next one. I agree with you, Austin. That number 32, you would have had 2 first-round picks.
That would have been nice.
That's too bad. All right, Don, $4.99 if Poles trades Fields. I'm out of here like Enron. Okay.
I don't think you have to worry about
I don't
it, Don.
think that's happening. Everyone got mad about that video, but the reality is if you're Joe Douglas and you don't call Ryan Poles looking for Justin Fields or something else, then you're not doing your job correctly. So I guarantee you he's going to get phone calls like that. If the answer is hang up the phone, that's fine. Scanless 1. $1.99. Trade with the Raiders for Adams and picks.
A lot of options.
Yeah, I don't know if that one's a realistic one, but okay. Sure, if it's there. Swanky 32. I like Justin Fields. He's a tough, dynamic player, but the Bears need to think about Bryce Young. Justin's passing is inconsistent.
You got to pose the question: if Bryce Young was in a Bears uniform this year, how would he have done? I don't believe he would have done well with the talent that they had in the offensive line. So I think people are being very critical of Fields when he played above what everyone thought he could do with this supporting cast.
Yeah.
So
Listen, if this was 2024, a year out, and it was Caleb Williams coming out of USC, it'd be a much different conversation.
Yeah, I think so too. I wish Bryce Young was a little bit taller, and I don't know how this has gotten so convoluted, and I'm not really sure why, but like, I'm still in on Justin Fields. Carm's still all in on Justin Fields. Corey Wootton is. Braggs wants to trade him. That's the only one here that wants to trade him. Okay, I don't know what you. No, Braggs is all in on Fields. Yeah. Everybody here is all in on Fields. We all love Justin Fields, but now that you have this number 1 pick, you are going to get phone calls. You are going to get calls from GMs wondering, "Hey, what are you doing here? Are you looking at Bryce Young? Do you like CJ?" It's just the reality of the situation, and I definitely would turn those down. I think I would much rather see Fields. Because if you do watch the tape, you did see signs of that passing game breaking out. You saw moments where he reads the whole field, where he gets rid of the ball faster. A couple times where he anticipates throws. There weren't a ton of those. I wish there were more, but the offense didn't really call for a lot of those throws either. So I do think it's going to come around, especially when those weapons are there, and I think he's going to be more than fine.
I know this conversation pisses Bears fans off with the hypotheticals, which we'll run through all offseason, but let's say they offered the Bears exactly what Seattle was offering to Chicago, or we were offering to Seattle for Russell Wilson. 3 first-round picks, I believe a second-round pick or 2, and then 2 starters.
Yeah, it was like, and then like Roquan Smith.
We did the Goff trade, and we all said emphatically we would make that trade, which was 2016.
Yeah, but he's saying for Fields.
Right. Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm saying.
Let's just say if they said
3 first-round picks and 2 starters.
What if they said?
I mean, I love Fields.
And you could still draft Bryce Young. I mean, that's yeah.
Right, which is so you would do that deal if your evaluation, in my mind, is that. I think that Fields is here, and I think that Young is not equal. It'd have to be like I think he's at least a couple of clicks up. Then if I'm Poles
and I don't.
Right. I don't think he does either.
He's a little. I don't know if people realize how small Bryce Young is. He is a small quarterback in height and in like structure. He's not. I'm not saying he's a terrible quarterback. I'm just saying he's extremely small, and if you look at some of these small quarterbacks in this league, they're not lasting long.
And Fields is a big quarterback. Who's dealing with his own stuff.
So do you think Justin Fields is more talented than Jalen Hurts?
Yes.
Yes, I do.
Okay, so look what Jalen Hurts did from last year.
And that's the end of the discussion.
And then one more question. Do you think if any other quarterback was on this team, Jalen Hurts this year, he would do what Justin Fields has done? I don't believe so.
No, I don't think so. I think
Herbert,
I think they've done in Philly. They've done an incredible job of building him an O-line and putting weapons around him, and he's taken off. And I 100% agree with what you just said. You put Jalen Hurts on this Bears team, and he doesn't make that progress. So again, as I've said 1,000 times, this season was a win for Justin Fields. No question about it. And that makes it a win for the Bears.
Yep.
The fact they got the number 1 pick on top of it is just a bonus. That ended up happening, without a doubt.
And let me just tell Braggs one thing, and you can think about this however you're going to approach, your CHGO time. You're trying to get the Bears to a Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. You have huge power. You're Greg Braggs.
Right.
The more you start talking down Bryce Young, the less teams are going to be willing to pay for him.
I understand that.
So you should start talking about how great Bryce Young is. Not that he's tiny and little.
I completely agree. And we're going to stricken that whole thought process from the record book. We are hyping up Will Levis, CJ Stroud, and Bryce Young. You're absolutely Mark.
You have to come up
You're
and get
absolutely
him.
right.
It would be a huge mistake for the Texans, Colts, whoever.
Bears fans are already doing this on Twitter. Anytime one of those quarterbacks is tweeted, you'll see Bears fans in the comment going, generational talent, generational talent.
That's what
we're doing our job on Twitter. So join the movement.
Quick scoreboard update. Rams lead 13-6 on the Seahawks.
That's great. That's
almost
great.
halftime there. And they have the ball, too. The Rams do going close to halftime. That would, of course, make this a play-in game tonight between the Lions and Packers, which I'm excited about. All right, Brendan, $2. How much Malort did Braggs drink before the show? It's a great question. None of us really know the answer.
There was nothing.
I am just naturally like this. I don't need to be
You weren't
drunk.
like this during the game.
At all.
Oh.
Well, they didn't. I was. Yeah, exactly. That moment, something changed inside of me. And I'm excited now.
You fell in love with Lovie.
I have blacked out. I
joy.
have blacked out for the majority of
this
show.
You fell back in love with Lovie Smith is what happened.
Oh, I've always loved Lovie Smith. I didn't want him to go when they got rid of him. And today, it just continues my love affair with that man. What a great coach.
Weird. Okay, next we have Mike. What's up, Mike? $4.99 let Will have his fun. He embodies our collective happiness. Drink water and don't drive, buddy.
We got him a safe ride home. He's good.
He's good.
He's a good
All-time moment.
We might have to check in with Will tomorrow, though, just to see how he's doing.
Wow. Like 0 to 100. We talked to him before the game.
Yeah.
Completely normal, had nothing. Then he went to the area that we were talking about in the middle section where those 100 where he probably had some good cocktails. Maybe a couple on the rocks, maybe some of the tall boys.
Couple whatever Carm said earlier.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Braggs, that explains that tweet in the middle of the game, by the way, that he showed me.
With the Lions or what?
Will's tweet.
Oh, Will's tweet. Yes. Yes.
A little bit more
Will's been off the
context.
handle.
We have a little bit more context.
Yes,
now.
Will's
Yeah,
been
yeah.
Will's cooking today. Let the man cook.
Tana, I've never been this excited about losing. We finally got a number 1 pick. Thank you, Lovie.
Oh man, the amount of fans belly aching, a few weeks ago. You don't root for your team to lose. There was every single Bears fan was rooting for this today. So stop with this. There's no scenario where you want the Bears to lose. We found it today. Be quiet.
He's just so happy that
I'm so happy.
So funny. All right, Sarah's next. Sarah, $5. How many days till the draft? 109 days, Sarah.
The
need
draft.
no.
noise.
there's been a trade.
That is ours. That noise is ours.
No,
Bring
isn't.
it.
Yeah,
Bring
technically
it-
ESPN owns
Bring
that,
it through
not
the
us.
streets.
And we're probably getting sued for playing it.
Yeah. Braggs, I'll tell you what. I can't wait till these videos tomorrow, boy. Ooh, there's gonna be one on the way home, one in the morning.
Are you working tomorrow?
I'm gonna call off, and me and Corey are gonna paint the town red.
Whoa! You mean orange?
Orange.
Why did you paint it red? Red for the Texans.
Red for the Texans.
No, he was just saying.
Orange.
Okay. Yeah. You brick red. Yeah, I got you. All right, last one here. No, 2 more. Mark enjoyed CHGO all season. CHGO Bears staff are welcome to stay at our B&B anytime. Bears. Where is it? Oh, he's the guy from England. How close is that to London? Okay, that's a different country. You can't hear Lawrence, but he just spoke French to me for some reason. Yeah, okay. Apparently, I am now
When
French.
the Bears play in London, we'll have to go over there, do the show live
I
from over there.
love it, Mark. Appreciate
over
the
the
offer.
pond.
Was kind of hoping that you lived in Arizona, though, since I have 2 trips there and need to.
Well, the Bull
need to
Show's
figure-
going over to Paris, so I don't know.
The Bull Show's going to Paris.
The Cubs are going to London next year.
Cubs are going to London. Interesting. Maybe the Bears will be going to London. Benjamin says $10 here, or 10 euros, I should say. Hi from Germany. It's very late here, but I am pumped. Your merch I ordered just arrived exactly at my birthday after 20 days due to overseas delivery. This is my 3rd offseason as a Bears fan. I am so hyped. Love that, man. Buying the merch overseas. We'll send that to you overseas. Hell yeah.
Guten Abend.
Love it.
Yes,
evening.
Woot.
Yeah.
Look, multi-talented.
All right, let's get to Carm's notes now because
Mm-hmm.
it's our last Carm's notes segment of the year. Kind of sad.
Yeah, it is a little emotional
favorite
for all of
segment.
us. Well, to start my notes was Hoge yelling at me, "You better be doing your notes today," because in the first half I was.
Well, a couple weeks ago you forgot to do it.
Yeah, we were. Whatever happened that day happened, and in the first half today I was a little bit. We had social media stuff going on. I was losing my focus.
Tired.
Woot, over under how many plays did Carm watch in the first quarter? I'm gonna say 3.5.
I'll say under 2.
Yeah, I think it was. under.
I certainly can't remember any, and they're not on the notes because the notes start at halftime with the Eberflus sprint off. That's where we start the notes. The only note that I put down for the first half was that Braggs was angry the entire first half, and Braggs was yelling at Bayless Jones when he got into the end zone.
I was like, knock it off.
Yeah. So all right, let's continue on. Hoge loves the defensive coordinator. Forget exactly why I wrote that down, but it was something. And then
Putting our hats on.
I wrote it down here.
The
Hoge.
Bears defense coordinator?
Yeah, I forget.
Alan Williams?
Maybe it was an Alan Williams
Alan
thing.
Williams is a good dude.
No. Hoge Lovie for defensive coordinator.
Oh,
Yeah.
There it is. That makes it more
I
sense.
don't
Yeah.
love the defensive coordinator.
Yeah, you
Chicken
don't.
scratch
You know.
together.
And then we had Lovie as a defensive coordinator for the Bears next year. We also have you know what else Hoge wants? He wants Mitch Trubisky as the backup quarterback.
Bring back Mitch. Bring back Mitch.
You know what else Hoge
Maserati.
loves is the fact that he had the 23-6 prediction. He was right there, but it didn't quite happen. I gave N'Keal Harry. You made the notes. Congratulations. You actually knocked down a pass. That was you didn't catch one, but you knocked down a terrible Peterman pass to avoid interception. N'Keal Harry. Congratulations. I also put down the notes. The Vikings first in football, 11-0 in one-score games. The Bears the worst at 1-7, which might give you optimism. There we go.
By the way, though, the little context on the Mitch thing, he would be a decent backup quarterback for the Bears.
Yeah.
Because I do think the Bears need a quarterback that can emulate a little bit more of what Justin can do. They're not going to find someone who can do exactly what he can do because nobody can.
Yeah.
But Mitch can move around. He can run a lot of the same stuff. I like it.
What about Tyrod Taylor?
That's another good one.
Hit the like button if you want Mitch Trubisky coming back as a backup quarterback.
I don't think he'd ever come back just for how everything worked out in Chicago.
Yeah,
you
and I
just
wouldn't
have
blame
like
him.
that.
And I wouldn't blame him.
Baby Gronk I put down for Cole Kmet on his touchdown. That was a physical, acrobatic, Rob Gronkowski, Cole Kmet moment in time. We had that conversation earlier in the show about signing long-term. Wootton and I battled that out a little bit. Cole Kmet on here for Baby Gronk. Let's see here. This is when Braggs was just freaking out. We were having a real conversation about the BAM program, Becoming a Man, which Woot was doing as a player, like inner city kids, and just like was a real heartfelt conversation. We were up, me and Hoge, and we're all in there. And Braggs is in the room, but like just in his own world. Come on!
They scored. Texans scored a touchdown.
Texas scored a touchdown, and he freaked out.
And I was just like, you are really on your own
I'm a
team.
lunatic. I get it.
Yeah. All right. So then after that was the pick six Colts meltdown where Baby needed to go in his corner.
What did you just say to me?
Nobody puts Baby in a corner.
When they had the pick six Colt meltdown that you had, and you just started you needed a timeout. You did.
All the time.
Then there was the Ted Phillips graphic, which we all saw, which was unbelievable. Helped build stadium that built Chicago's taxpayers. That was
It was like 40 years with the organization.
Did
and then
nothing.
Had a
And
hand
then-
in the renovation for the stadium.
responsible for
But everyone
Soldier Field
hated it.
renovation. It was like, oh,
Thank you.
Nowhere was the win-loss.
We really appreciate it.
During that
that was
10-year
great.
present.
Can't read my own writing. Oh, then that was when Justin Fields was shown on the screen, and he had that incognito
Shades. The
Top Gun look. Tom Cruise alley-oop. There we go. Final sheet of the Carm notes for the 2022 season.
Oh, here we go.
We had the what do they do with the pick conversation, which shouldn't surprise anybody. And then Braggs at that point was very upset with how we were rooting for the game, so he said we should have had a tutorial on how to root for this game. And then we got in a very unfortunate number 2 pick conversation, which Kevin was leading us in, that the 2 pick has been a curse from Trubisky to Jay Williams to Mark Pryor to David
Losing
Green.
the coin flip for Bradshaw, and then the Bulls won, like you said, with Magic Johnson.
Yeah.
Let the record show we did have a number 2 balloon ready to go.
It's right over there, which hasn't been on the show. Stroman had the interception at that point, and I started yelling, go, just to annoy Braggs.
We can save the 2 balloon for when we trade back to 2.
Good idea. And then when the Colts took the lead 28-24 with 10 minutes to go, it was just dead silence, like literally somebody had died. But it didn't work out. We're living right now. Elliott boot.
That's how you spike that, baby.
And that'll do it for Carm Notes.
That thing was flying like 70 miles an hour.
My Woot's got,
Little
Woot's
beach
got power.
volleyball.
Remember
you
the
know?
last time?
Oh, I love
took
beach
my
volleyball.
team?
Let's go. Let's go. 2 more super chats, then we're going to have to cut it off. Dylan with the $69 super chat. Nice. best worst Bears team of all time. Let's effing go. And then hire Lovie as the DC. Extra $5 on that one. Be interesting what happens tomorrow with some of these jobs. Yeah. Sean McVay might be out.
That's interesting. What's
Sean
going on over
McVay
there?
Might be out. That could be a big time job.
So my man just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And then
they're not firing him though. He might walk away.
Oh, okay.
He had a huge offer last year to go be a broadcaster. Like he probably got paid more to do that, and seriously contemplating it. I think there's some personal stuff going on too.
That would make sense because that dude is not built to have no stake in the game. Like I would think he'd want to be invested, but if he wants an easier lifestyle for personal stuff, broadcasting is definitely
stressful being a coach.
John Madden did it.
Yeah.
John Madden walked away from a Hall of Fame coaching career.
True, but like I would say different.
And then reinvented. The people like me know him more as a broadcaster than a coach. By the way, that documentary, I finally watched it. It's really good. All Madden documentary, I think is what it's called or whatever.
What channel?
I think Fox did it. It's produced by Tom Rinaldi. They replay it on the NFL Network all the time, though. So if you just search for it, you can record it and watch it. It's only like an hour or something, but it shows his coaching career. The broadcasting is really good. So turducken, it gets into turducken. The video game.
The Colts literally forced a fumble on their own player.
He's still doing his own show.
I don't know where that
literally forced a fumble on their own player.
To Braggs' credit, that is something we need to talk about because he got peanut punched by his own teammate.
He ripped the ball out of the Colts running back. Is this his teammate? He ripped it out and helped force the fumble to help lose the game. I will forever. They're forgiven for what they did to us in 2006. They are forgiven.
I gotta say, Pepe Silva's got to go in there. Maybe Lovie should be considered for Bears president at this point. I mean, forget about Warren and whoever else. I mean, maybe
You say it like that, Warren.
let's get Lovie. Let's get him. He should at least an interview at this point.
I think they want Warren for logistics of whatever they're going to do with the stadium.
No,
he's dealt with that. So.
Yeah, no, I get it. But
it'd be nice if Lovie could be in some kind of executive role. Right, for the
I'm
Bears.
scared.
Vice president.
How about like assistant to the GM or something?
I was scared. I didn't know what was happening.
Braggs just flinched. Can we get a replay on that? I just wanted to show that we had the number 2 balloon ready to go.
Other way.
It's backwards.
Sorry.
There we go.
Looks like an S.
I'm just happy that Bragg's in a good mood
I'm
now.
so excited.
Because, man, it was torture dealing with this guy during the game.
Just can you wait if the Bears get good, how insufferable he's going to be during these games?
Oh, I love this guy.
Give him a hug. Give him a full hug.
All right. What a day it's been here on CHGO.
One to remember, man.
I hope we're still here tomorrow.
We open locker room tomorrow, and then and then Tuesday we might be on a. Well, we're still figuring it out. We might be on a second late because that's when
we have a press conference.
The GM is talking, so it's gonna be a very busy week. Obviously, busy offseason the whole way, but this is a particularly interesting start to with Paul speaking this week.
All right.
So, what are you gonna do with that number 1, buddy? Congratulations.
Follow us on at CHGO_sports_Bears. Go check out Will DeWitt's Twitter account.
You're the pride and joy
Of Illinois, number 1 pick.
Number 1.